folks, I am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of Kong Skull Island of some sort. What do we have here, my Zillions? Do we have a Star Ace knockoff? Or do we have a third-party company light? I'm leaning towards the latter, but that's what we're going to try to figure out here during this review. Now, I do not have the Star Ace, but I've been doing some research on the matter and looking at it and studying this compared to the pics of the Star Ace. So we're gonna be talking about that. What I do have here for sure is a Kong figure that I picked up on AliExpress for 25 bucks. This is a big figure for 25 bucks. It's a solid figure for 25 bucks. So I can tell you that right now, you're getting your money's worth for sure. Now, as you've known, and maybe you haven't known if you're new to the channel, but I've dived into this type of figure before. I do not shy away from it. Third-party knockoffs, bootlegs, whatever, like, they're interesting if there's something different done to the figure. If they're not trying to pull the wool over your eyes about what you're getting. So I don't feel like they have here, and that's fair game. So, without any further ado, let's get into the review. So let's talk about what we do have here, and that is a cool, if not perfect, Kong toy. Because, I mean, when you get something like this, chances are the paint apps aren't going to be so hot, and they're not. But it gives us a unique thing, and for the price point, yeah, I'm not going crazy about that. First off, no paint like down the back here. No real shading on the fur. You get what you get. And that's a good sculpt done in black. You know, just straight up black. You do get a chain here, which is cool. This is sculpted in. So that says a lot for what this is. Or what it could be. And that's cool. The chest sculpt is really nice. The scars are really good. And I'd have to say, the paint is fine here. You know, all of it is done like with some quick brush work. A little bit of a little stippling there. It's not perfect, but it's fine. And the chest looks good. And it's wide. And that is a good thing. The paint on the silver chain is good, but then it gets a little, like, choppy, and that's, you know, I'm sure these things are banging around in a crate with all of them, but it kind of adds to the look, and to tell you the truth, I'll probably, like, go over it a little more with some black, to make that stand out even further, and I will, like, go in and clean it up where it goes into the fur. Because you can see in some spots it could be better there. But that's not a big deal. You do have some of that white going over the hand, and a very, very brown nail. Same thing here. You get the white over the hand, which is good and gorilla-like. I have no problem with that. And very, like, Kong 33 looking. It's kind of like a whitish blue, and that works. The brown nails do not. I gotta say, the feet are elongated, and that is very different than, you know, what you might think it is, and that's a good thing. Again, the brown nails don't really work for me, but I feel like the paint is fine. It's not symmetrical, the paint. It's like a little bit all over the place. But overall, the sculpt is really nice. I do think all the fur looks sculpted in very well. The chest is sculpted in nicely. The arms look good. The hand is a very, very gripping hand. Again, something different. And that is good. It's a good sculpt. Back all looks fantastic, as you can see. And then turning it around here to check out the head sculpt. Overall, the head sculpt is good and different. Now, if you look at the star ace, there's the word I didn't want to use too much. You can see that this part of the face is like skinnier and done differently. It's also bigger, this head, and that also goes for how the shoulders are shaped. I feel like the head is just very big on these shoulders, which is also in stark contrast to the star ace. This part here is different as well. It's more pronounced. And then the mouth is about the same. That's obviously painted differently. It's got that white paint on it. And unfortunately, they didn't do a very good job. I feel like there should have been more on this side than there is on this side. You can see that, you know, this nostril has more paint than this. The eyes could be better. Done in an orange, you know, a black around it, black, you know, right in the center, and then you got like that brownish paint behind that. It's okay. It does pop, but it's not perfectly done. Like this eye is a little bit off. This eye looks okay. This eye is a little bit off. Over here, the brow looks well done, and the shape of the head overall isn't bad. It's pretty good. It's a little bit pointy, a little bit different. And that's what I'm kind of saying here. There's differences here. This is not the star ace sculpt that most fans would think is. The chest is different. It's wider. I like the scarring, by the way. Did not mention that, but I like the scarring. It's very well done. Not only is it well done, but it's totally different than the star ace. And that's the thing, you know, now we can really start talking about it, is that what is this really? Like, you know, yes, there is a starting point here that is star ace. I feel like there's no doubt about that, right? They took the star ace Kong, looked at it, and like, okay, let's see what we can do, because chest is different, the head is different. Obviously, the arm is different because this is sculpted in this chain. So if it was like a chain that they added, that would be something like, okay, they just took the sculpt and added a chain to it. Like, but this is sculpted in, so the work is put in there. The hand is different. This hand is different. And where some folks may be like, oh, the hand is the same. It's not. Like, if you look at the star ace, the fingers aren't curled up this much. Toes are definitely different. Like, these are like really long toes comparatively to the other one. Again, the chest is different. So, and then if you look, and this one was harder for me, admittedly, to look at because I don't own the star ace, is that, like, from what I could tell from like pics and getting really, really close up, a lot of the fur is different. Now, that said, you know, whenever you make a copy of something and it's like, it tends to like soften out some of the details. So that could be part of it, but those other parts that I've mentioned are so different that it leaves me wondering if whether or not this was like, you know, think of it like you have an outline. You have a drawing, right? Let's say you want to copy that drawing or trace it. You trace the outline and then you go in and try to draw it within. And I feel like that's what you got here, an outline that was possibly the star ace, and then they went in there and just drew it their own way. And I think that's cool. I do. Because that's what this type of figures are cool for. The variance of it. Again, throw your morality out the window, because here we got something that was like $25 altogether, and it's solid, super solid. Bottom of the feet look good, by the way. Hey, look, I didn't even show you the bottom of the feet. They look good, painted and everything. Side of the feet are painted too. And it's different enough where you don't even have to worry about that. This is a cool Kong figure. Is it perfect? Again, no. But for the price and the size, yeah, of course it is. I mean, that is cool, especially if you're a Kong collector like I am. Like, this is worth getting, you know, like, the one thing I will say, if there is any places that's worth, like, going, you can see that they soldered this top piece to the bottom piece here. You could kind of make that out. They kind of did it well where it's kind of in, like rib area, but you can tell it goes all the way around because there's, like, a line there. That's, like, the ugliest spot, in my opinion, even worse so than the paint, and that's not bad. Again, the paint here is really cool. So, yeah, I am digging this through its faults, because, again, you know, it is what it is. The proportions are interesting, but I feel like the proportions are kind of right. This is pretty much what he looks like. I do feel like the head is a little bit big, or elongated too much a little bit. Something like that. But otherwise, I don't mind it. It's definitely unique, and it definitely has a place in my collection. So, how big are we talking? For your size comparisons, here's a bunch of Kongs and Sligar who's Kong adjacent that you might have in your collection. So, pretty big. And my final thoughts, for 25 bucks, yeah, this is a worthwhile piece to get. No matter what side of the fence you're on, there's no real good argument in saying that this is a complete knockoff of the Star Ace, because it isn't. As I pointed out throughout my review, there's plenty different here. And honestly, the only thing it has in common is, like, that initial kind of stance where it's kind of looking off to the side there. And yeah, that's about it. Like I said in the review, it's an outline. It's an outline of a Star Ace, and then they went in and did their own thing. Whoever these people are that did this. Because that's the problem with something like this. You just don't know. Like, you don't know who originated this at all. So, call it what you will. I'm gonna call it a third-party Kong, because there's enough difference here to warrant that label instead of a knockoff label. I don't know. That's how I'm gonna designate it. I think it's fair. When you put in more work, it becomes something else. And those are the type of figures that I do enjoy in this kind of sub-genre of figures. Put in the work, I'll get it. I'll check it out. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dig it. I got it on AliExpress, and there's various prices for these things. So look into it, make your informed decision. But this was a pretty good purchase, in my opinion. And there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.